Hi. Hello, everyone. My name is Joel Prince Shungu. I am the current vice president of the Ro chapter of Alpha Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, as well as I am the current vice president of the National Pan-Hellenic Council. Over the next few minutes with my lovely brothers and sisters, we will be sharing with y'all some more information about how to join the NPHC and become a member. With that being said, if you would like to keep up with us and what we do on our daily basis, our events, and everything else we do, you could follow us on Instagram at OSUNPHC. The National Pan-Hellenic Council, also known as the NPHC, is the governing council for historically African-American fraternity and sororities. The 9 African-American Greek-lettered organization are sometimes referred to as the D9, Divine 9. Here at Oregon State University, we have 5 out of the 9 organization. 3 fraternities, which are Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, and Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. We also have 2 sororities, which are Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. If you would like to learn more or join the other organization that we do not have on campus, feel free to reach out to CFSL, which will be happy to give you more information. None of the NPHC fraternity sororities are housed. We usually meet at the Lonnie B. Harris Black Cultural Center, where the Black folks and Black students get to learn more about each other and fellowship. Here's the big question that we usually get, which is, can I still join the NPHC even if I am not African American? To clarify, yes, you can. You can join one of our organizations. Our fraternity and sororities are inclusive and welcoming to people of all backgrounds. The only thing that we would ask when you're considering joining is that you do your research and learn about the history of our organizations. I will now pass it on to my brother from Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, Lowaski Watkins.
Hey, how you doing, everybody? My name is Lowaski Watkins. I'm a proud member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. My experience with NPHC, I have been a member of NPHC since 2015, and I have experienced nothing but a great time in my service, in my years of service and being in NPHC and my fraternity. I decided to join Omega Psi Phi while going to a predominantly white institution like Oregon State. And I found, brothers that were like-minded and carried themselves like me, and we all had the same mindset to do community service and serve our organization as well as our school well. I joined for unity, service, and networking. So with all that being said, I'm going to pass it over to my devastating sister, Ms. Sampson.
Thank you, Lowaski. My name is Kayla Sampson, and I'm a current member and vice president of the Beta Psi chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. I'm going to share some information about what makes NPHC organizations so special. Our values and commitment to service. Each of our chapters have their own values and history that make them very unique. These values are linked to academics, community service, and leadership in supporting our brothers and sisters. Academics are a strong part of our community because it is the primary reason why we are Oregon State. Chapters will host study tables and help you find resources and tutors to ensure that you are successful in the classroom. Giving back to the community is another important value our organizations were founded upon. You can find us doing street cleaning, mentoring, organizing clothing drives, and much more. We hope by the time that you graduate, you're a better leader and develop lifelong friendships through brotherhood and sisterhood. Now I'm going to pass it over to my sister from Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Thank you, Kayla. Hello, I'm Alexis Kirkus, and I am the president of the Sigma Delta chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Now, let's move on to what the process looks like to join an NPHC organization. During this process, known as intake, some organizations hold interest meetings so you can ask questions and learn more about the organization. Some organizations will hold an official rush with no interest meeting. In those cases, you will want to learn more about the organization by attending their chapter programs. While each organization requires different GPAs, generally you want to have a college GPA above 2.5. Once you've attended an interest meeting, you will receive detailed information about the criteria to join and the next steps. Be sure to ask questions and get to know the members before attending the formal interest meeting. The membership process culminates with initiation and a new member presentation, or coming out show, in which the organization's new members are revealed to the community. This is one part of the intake process that all organizations have in common, which is the best part once you complete the intake process. Along with many other things, new member presentations are what make our organizations different from other fraternities and sororities. Now I'm going to pass it on to my Kappa brother, Gabe.
Thank you, Alexis. Hello, everyone. My name is Gabe Fraser Jenkins. I'm one of the newest members of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, and also the newly appointed Vice Polemarch of the Iota Iota chapter here at Oregon State University. Something I'll be talking about today is stepping and strolling, which is really a visual representation of the bond that ties together members of our organization. While the two are a bit different, stepping may be seen as a more traditional form of rhythmic dancing that has a very prominent African influence. I don't know if anybody's seen Stomp the Yard, but within that, there's a bit of a loose representation of what traditional stepping is like, while strolling is more modernized in its style. It is meant to go along more with the modern musicality of today. But it's all designed to show off Black culture and African roots. And strolling is really a longstanding tradition of multicultural Greeks. So not only NPHCs, even though strolling and stepping did originate, but then NPHCs, there are other multicultural Greeks that step and stroll as well. The roots of strolling and stepping are unity, community, culture, and love. These are all things that we know, and all things that are represented by the letters that we wear. And lastly, not only besides our colors, besides our letters, besides our mission statements and our organization's different objectives, strolling is really what characterizes each of our organizations in a sense. It's what attracts a lot of people to our organizations, and most importantly, it gives us a way to share some special moments with our brothers and sisters within our respective organizations as well. So with that, I'll go ahead and pass it back to Brother Turner.
Thank you, Gabe. Hello, everybody. My name is Devin Turner. I am the Polemarch of the Iota Iota chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, as well as the president of the National Pan-Hellenic Council here at Oregon State University. This summer, we will be posting a lot of things on our Instagram, which is located right above the picture of Alexis right there, OSU NPHC. So please give us a follow, as well as we'll be participating in the Summer Stop program presentations. So be on the lookout for that. Also, we will be having our annual fall informational on Thursday, October 7th at 6 p.m. So if you're interested, please attend that. And to sign up for all of our fall events, please check out the Google form on the CSFL Start website or the NPHC website. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on campus, since we will be back on campus this fall. And as always, go Beavs, go Greek.